Yo, what's up, man? It's me, Chisha, back in here again with another video for you guys. Listen, you know the goal is 20K subscribers by this summer. I know I'm gonna reach that goal because I'm not gonna stop till I get there. If you're not subscribed yet and you're just hopping on the channel for the first time, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe. To every one of my subscribers, I appreciate you very much. Let's get into it. So I recently had a conversation with a friend of mine, right? This happens pretty often. I have a conversation with a friend and I'll tell him like I'm doing this YouTube thing. There's other stuff I'm doing on the side, right? I'm into like investing. I do music. It's another big passion of mine. And I heard her say something that I've heard multiple times. She said to me, "You're so lucky that you know your passion." You see, the first time I heard somebody tell me that, my natural thing was to go into like, okay, I am lucky, right? There are people out there who don't know their passion and that sucks, right? But more and more often, I started to hear that more from my friends, from my family, and I decided, you know what? It sounds like an excuse to me for a lot of people. Let me explain, right? If you have a dream, if you have something out here that you want to accomplish in life, you have to work at it every day, right? And saying that you don't know what your passion is just another excuse. The first thing I would tell you is get out there and try new things. You got to get out there and try new things. There's a lot of people who do actually have a passion, but they just haven't acknowledged that that's what their passion is. Let me give you guys a perfect example, right? I'm starting YouTube. I'm trying to figure out what is my YouTube channel going to be about. So it took some time, man, but as I continued to watch more material online, you know, from different entrepreneurs like Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, and following different people within the manosphere and listening to people like AMS talk about being on this purpose, I realized like, man, you know what? I have a lot of passions, right? I have a lot of passions, and do I have to choose one? And it didn't click with me until I heard something by Gary Vee that he said in one of his videos. He explained that your brand, right? Who you are online, right? That business that you're starting, especially if you want to do like your personal brand like myself. There's a lot of people that want to get into YouTube, but they don't know what to talk about. He said your brand is who you are. For me, that was writing music. That's why I do the Afrobeat stuff. I got really involved in the manosphere, so I wanted to produce red pill content and also just like giving motivational and general like life advice to people. I realized that's something I enjoy to do. Now, you got to sit there and you got to ask yourself, what is it that you do often and you don't know that that is something you enjoy to do? Listen, that is part of your brand. That is part of who you are, and it also could be your passion, and you're just not acknowledging it because you haven't seen how that passion could then turn into content, and that content could be monetized, right, and be built into a brand. Let's say you're thinking, I don't have a passion, but you spend like 30 to 40 to 50% of your time when you're free cooking, right? Or you spend 30 to 40, 50% of your time playing video games. Whatever that thing is, man, there is something that you spend your time doing that you don't think you can monetize, but that is a part of your brand. Music, right? Writing music was a big part of my brand. I'm going to get back into the Afrobeats reaction videos. I know I have a lot of people who are following me right now, subscribe to the channel just because of that, right? So I do the Afrobeats, I do the red pill stuff, and it's just all over. But that's how you create uniqueness. That's how no one else can copy who you are out here online, is you being your true self. Don't just do one thing, right? All those things that you love to do are a part of your brand and who you are, especially if you're going to be somebody who's creating content, right? If you're starting a business, right, you just need to start, man. Here's the problem. Too many of us care way too much about what people think. I fall victim of this too sometimes, right? This happens to me too sometimes. There'll be times I'll say a word because I'm African and my first language was not English. I won't pronounce that word the way it's supposed to be said, you know, the American way of doing it. But I just posted anyways. Why? Because listen, insecurities are one of the biggest reasons why people do not fulfill their dreams. You care so much about what somebody who won't even show up to your funeral will think about your content, about your business idea. You care that much, man. And if I've learned one thing from those funerals is nobody cares. No one's going to go home thinking about, wow, he really stuttered in that video. Wow, that lighting was really bad. No. Maybe for a moment they might judge you, but overall, your presentation and your content is what's going to grip the people that truly matter, right? Stop caring what people think and get out here and start your business. If you're procrastinating, you have to literally talk yourself out of insecurities, Every time, from the moment you start to the moment you go to bed. That's something you're always going to fight. It's the number one reason, right? Insecurities, caring what people think, are the number one reason why people don't start anything, right? It's either I care too much what people think, right, is what you're thinking, or I care what I think. I don't want to let myself down. I don't want to get on that diet plan again because I know I'm going to fail. Why? Because I failed all the other times. It doesn't matter. The first thing I would do if I was you, I'd figure out what's the type of brand I'm trying to create, right? And that should be a majority of who you are. That's my advice to you, especially if you want to build like a personal brand like myself. And then you want to ask yourself, now what mode of communication am I going to use to share that information, right, that content with people? It could be video. Not everyone's comfortable in front of a camera. It could be voice, right? You can get a microphone and just have like a podcast and get some free stock footage from like pixel.com. There you go. I'm giving you guys some information. And you could be talking and just have like photos like that. O'Shea does this, right? O'Shea Duke Jackson does this once in a while, pretty often actually, on his YouTube channel. And you have unlimited platforms where you could do this at, right? It doesn't have to be YouTube. You have TikTok, you have Instagram, you have Clubhouse, you have Twitter, you have everywhere else where you could be sharing your content, and you don't know when it's going to pop up or where it's going to pop up, but you just have to start, man. Listen, guys, I only have 5K subscribers, but I'm not going to stop until I'm successful on this platform. And what I'm realizing that the only key, the only variable that separates the guy that wins and the guy that doesn't is one day they wake up and in the middle of their process, they let some type of insecurity get the best of them. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. It doesn't matter. These people and what they think about you don't matter. Why? They're not a part of your life. They're not going to pay your rent, right? They're not helping you. It shouldn't matter what other people think. I know it's easier said than done, but that's that singular variable that makes the biggest difference, right? Forget all that. Just get out there and start creating. Do not wait any longer. Every day, do something. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like it down below. My name is Chisha Zed. 20K subscribers by summer is the goal. Listen, we'll talk soon, guys. I'm out. Peace.